commence primary ignition.
Chewie, get us out of here!
Fire the emergency booster engines!
We'll be safe enough once we make the jump to hyperspace.
At last, we will review more news on the podcast.
Don't strap yourselves in. I'm going to make a jump to light speed.
Welcome to Star Wars Launchpad, a new kind of podcast experience brought to you by Star Wars Escape Pod. We call this a flashcast. Using the power of AI, we bring you an immersive experience to explore Star Wars news. Full AI disclosure, some details may not be fully accurate. Either way, we hope you enjoy the experimental deep dive ahead with your AI hosts, Dak and Mia.
Welcome, everyone, to this special Star Wars Launchpad.
Brought to you by the Star Wars Escape Pod.
We are jumping straight into the big news drops from Star Wars Celebration Day 3. That was just this past Sunday in Japan.
Yep. Think of this as your express ticket to the highlights.
No need to wade through everything. We've got the key intel right here for you.
Exactly. We've gathered reports on, well, some of the biggest announcements, future celebration plans, games, streaming.
Theme parks, too.
Oh, yeah, theme parks. Our mission today is to unpack these reveals, pull out the really interesting bits, and give you a clear picture of what's coming up.
Okay, let's kick things off with maybe the longest-term planning item. Star Wars Celebration location news.
Right. So the next one after wherever 2026 lands, 2027 is heading to Los Angeles, California.
Los Angeles.
I
Okay.
know.
Now, this isn't just any random year, is it?
No, not at all. That's actually the 50th anniversary of Star Wars, A New Hope.
Years. Wow.
Yeah. So bringing Celebration back to LA for that huge milestone, it feels pretty deliberate.
It really does. And LA hasn't hosted since, what, 2006?
That's right. It's been quite a while. So it's a big return.
Makes you wonder, with the 50th anniversary and being back in LA, maybe a different kind of focus. Like maybe more on the original trilogy or filmmaking history.
That's a really good thought. LA obviously has those deep roots in filmmaking. Maybe we'll see more legacy creators behind the scenes stuff.
Could be. Maybe even some special film previews timed for the anniversary.
Definitely possible. Something for you to keep in mind if you're planning way ahead for conventions.
Okay, shifting gears now to something much, much sooner and interactive. Fortnite.
Ah, yes, Fortnite. Looks like a pretty major Star Wars event is dropping. Galactic Battle.
Kicks off May 2nd, just in time for May the 4th week.
And this sounds pretty ambitious, doesn't it? Not just skins. It's a 5-part saga.
5 parts, running weekly through May and into early June.
Yeah, and it builds up to some kind of in-game narrative live event. So like a proper storyline within Fortnite.
Interesting. And the announcement itself had a bit of flair. Ahmed Best was there.
He was. Jar Jar Binks himself, and of course, Jedi Master Kelleran Beck more recently.
And the trailer. Well, the trailer showed something nobody really expected.
You mean Darth Jar Jar?
Darth Jar Jar. With Sith lightning.
Huh. Yeah. That definitely got people talking. It's certainly a choice.
What do you make of that? Just a fun game thing? Or something else?
It's probably just a fun non-canon gag for the game, you know. Playing into those old fan theories, maybe. But seeing him with the lightning, it was memorable.
Speaking of lightning, players actually get to use Force lightning in the game now.
Right. That's a pretty cool gameplay addition. Not just cosmetic, but an actual Force power you can wield.
How do you think that'll change things up?
Well, it could definitely impact how battles play out. That's a powerful ability. And then you add the themed Battle Pass. Emperor Palpatine is in there.
And those mashups, like the Wookiee Cuddle Team leader.
Exactly. Leaning into the fun side of the crossover. Plus, Mace Windu's coming to the item shop.
Another big-name Jedi. And it's not just on foot, right? Vehicles.
Yeah, you'll be able to pilot X-Wings and TIE fighters. And even co-pilot them.
Co-pilot. Okay, that adds a teamwork element.
For sure. Combine that with themed map locations. It sounds like a really immersive Star Wars experience within Fortnite's world.
And they laid out the themes for each week, too. Starts with Imperial Takeover.
Then the Pull of the Force, Mandalorian Rising, Star Destroyer Bombardment, and it finishes with Death Star Sabotage in early June.
That structure seems smart. Keeps people coming back each week.
Totally. It builds the narrative, keeps it fresh, and leads into that final event. Good way to maintain engagement.
All right, let's move from the digital galaxy to a physical one. Galaxy's Edge at the Disney parks.
Ah, yes. Some updates coming there too. And these are specifically timed for the new Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
which comes out May 2026, right? So the updates launch around then.
Exactly. May 22nd, 2026 for the ride updates. It shows that nice synergy, weaving the latest stories right into the park.
So Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run, is getting a new mission.
It is, and Hondo Onaka is involved, naturally.
Of course he is. What's the setup?
Sounds like Hondo's got you working with the New Republic, Mando, and Grogu.
Mando and Grogu on Smuggler's Run. That's huge.
Definitely. You're helping them track down some ex-Imperial officers for a bounty. Fits right in.
And there are new interactions specifically for the engineers on the ride, involving Grogu.
Yeah, sounds like some fun little moments there. But maybe the bigger news for the ride mechanics? A new destination.
Oh. Where are we going now?
Coruscant.
Whoa, okay, adding Coruscant to the Navi computer alongside Bespin and Endor? That's a major shift.
It really is. Takes you beyond the Outer Rim focus, right into the Galactic Center. Opens up loads of possibilities for the future.
And the clues for finding these Imperials sound scattered too. Death Star wreckage, Tatooine, Cloud City.
Suggests a pretty involved multi-location kind of mission. Makes the galaxy feel bigger within the ride itself.
Very cool. Okay, last big area. Animation, Star Wars, Visions. Always exciting. We're getting Visions Volume 3. 9 new shorts. That drops October 29th, 2025. Good to have a date for that. But there was more Visions news, wasn't there? Something bigger.
There was a whole new spin-off series, Star Wars. Visions presents The Ninth Jedi.
Oh, wow. Expanding on that short.
Exactly. Longer story set in the Vision style, and Kenji Kamiyama, who wrote and directed the original The Ninth Jedi short from Volume 1.
Which was amazing.
Right. He's back as the supervising director for this new series.
That's fantastic. So it's continuing Kara's story. Searching for her father.
Looks like it. That short really resonated, didn't it? The characters, the mystery.
And those lightsabers.
Yeah.
The ones that change color based on your force connection.
Such a cool concept. And this series is apparently going to dive into why Kara's father made them, why he was kidnapped.
So we'll get some real answers about the lore behind those unique sabers.
That seems to be the plan, a chance to really build out that corner of the Star Wars universe that Kamiyama created.
Excellent. Well, that covers the main highlights from day 3, I think.
Yeah, quite a lot packed in there.
For sure. So from planning a trip to LA in 2027,
to jumping into Fortnite for some Sith lightning.
we're looking forward to new missions at Galaxy's Edge and more Visions.
There's definitely a lot on the horizon for Star Wars fans across the board.
Absolutely. It's fascinating seeing how the saga keeps expanding on all these different fronts.
It really is. We hope this gave you all a good, clear overview of the key stuff from Celebration Japan Day 3.
And we'll leave you with this thought. You know, we just talked about Darth Jar Jar with Force lightning.
Huh. Yes. The unexpected twist.
Right. It makes you wonder, what other surprises does the Force, or maybe just the storytellers, have in store for us across all these upcoming projects? What else might challenge our ideas about this galaxy far, far away?
That's definitely something to chew on. Until our next transmission from the Escape Pod, may the Force be with you.
I'm glad you're here to tell us these things.
This AI experimental show we call a Flashcast has been brought to you by the podcast Star Wars Escape Pod. With AI being harnessed in all things across the galaxy, this is just a fun way we've used it to bring some Star Wars joy, news, and headlines to you ad-free as always. Consider subscribing to this show for more. Follow our main podcast with humanoids only over at Star Wars Escape Pod. We're currently found on YouTube, X, and Blue Sky using the handle at SW Escape Podcast. Check the description for relevant links and the sources for your news this week. Consider dropping a kind review for the show, reviewing any important facts for yourself, and sharing this with a friend. We hope you enjoyed the episode. This is Star Wars Launchpad, signing off. May the Force be with you.